Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? We're going to do another WIP Chat here with Timu's Stained Glass Cardinals. The title I'm calling it. Or JY907. It's a 30 by 40 round. So, alright. Hopefully your diamond painting and other endeavors are going well. Yeah, kind of slept in a bit today. There'll be background noise because my dad's using the pressurized air downstairs. That's fine. All good. It's his day off too because it's Labor Day. So I almost had to go into my full-time job today, but I was texted so early that that problem got solved. Because the liquid egg in the silo was too low to just leave alone. So that somebody else went in and solved that. So I didn't have my phone on, so I missed out on overtime, but said we weren't running today, so lo and behold, silo doesn't empty of liquid egg. That's, yeah. Alright, still working on the W here, like the 310 in other words, but no big deal. Oh yeah, I was going up the Cardinal's tail, I think. I was just going everywhere in this section. Wherever there's like 310 in here. Here. I'll figure out the Cardinal's tail here. That'd be easier. Yeah, with all three of us being in the house, the Axel's just beside himself. He's quite used to our routine. Like, since it being Monday and everything, kind of expects me to be out of the house and my dad. So, and just hanging out with my mom. Dad usually naps around this time, but since Dad and I are home today, yeah, routine's just kind of off. It has been for like the past week because I worked basically all last week, but my dad was home on vacation from work all last week. So, and then since it was a long weekend, he got an extra day today off. I got today off for my full time, but oh yeah, we're not running today. And then yeah, something always usually comes up to prevent that from no production today. Yeah, okay. Try telling the silo that. Silo didn't get the memo. All good. Yeah, just somebody got a few hours overtime. Not a big deal. It's my long week, have my full time anyway. Like tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's my normal 12s as usual. It will all make sense in the end. So I'm not sure if we have product to start up again when I get in. That silo was empty. Unless product got sent later after I left the last time I was working. Oh, well, I just kind of come in and see what's going on. Yeah, just kind of take over from the previous shift. Just carry on. So each day is just a little different when I'm at my full-time job. Oops. Doing the same thing, but like the same job, but just like a different part of it. Like I could just be continuing on with sanitation and stuff, or just stay running and then shut down and then start sanitation. Usually mid-step for a couple days, and then I either end up starting up or shutting down. I've shut down a lot or had to restart because of power outages recently, so it just takes a mere couple second brownout for the whole line to shut down. It's pretty bad. It's really annoying. Yeah, because we're dealing with like natural gas to heat up the burner and stuff, so it's a fail-safe. But holy cow, it just takes a brownout to shut the whole line down to trigger that fail-safe stuff. And you gotta wait for the dryer to get back up to temperature, restart, dismantle and reset up the equipment to check it to make sure that you can get proper functionality out of the equipment. Reset a couple breakers and stuff because they don't reset properly entirely. Yeah, it's just yikes. It's terrible on weekends when maintenance isn't there for coverage. They have to call somebody in and you have to wait for them just to reset something. Yeah, I don't know why we're getting power outages on like a perfectly sunny day kind of scenario, and then whole plant just shuts down. Due to a power interruption. Just not shocked at this point anymore. It's just like, oh, yeah. Check the nozzle. Just stop what I'm doing. Well, I'm usually stopped what I'm doing, so I can't pack off or anything anymore. Sad part is it's just like too commonplace. Like it's just happened so much that everybody's just like, yep, okay, power's out, great. Can it be out for like longer instead of just a flicker? It's like, yeah, you still have to kind of clean up to prevent further issues. Yeah, I just can't get up and leave after a number of hours. You kind of have to clear liquid egg out of the lines and all that. You can't leave egg room temperature for a period of time. It kind of has to be consistently refrigerated or cooked, dried out, which I do. It's what I do. I run a dryer to basically take the water out of liquid egg and to make it a powder so it preserves longer. Up to a year, it lasts far longer than liquid egg does, and it's easier to store if it's a powder form. It can be stored room temperature, or yeah, we store it ambient. Yeah, probably safe to say room temperature, yeah. In most cases. So if it gets wet again when it's not supposed to, it's usually just destroyed because it would just spoil. Yeah. Fairly straightforward kind of job, but labor intensive, of course, but just running a line, just getting it started, and the process is just fairly streamlined. It's just somebody has to be there to package and move the completed packaged product to storage and stuff. Yeah. And I have to maintain the functionality of the line, so for my 12 hours that I'm there. Yeah, so basically babysitting a line and packaging while the line's running for roughly 12 hours. Yeah, once you know what you're doing, it's fairly straightforward. There's a few creative learning curves every once in a while, but get a few hiccups in the system, but once you start running, you just want to keep going, because that's better to empty a silo consistently instead of having the liquid eggs sit in a silo. It's temperature controlled, the silo, but to a certain point you want to have the egg out of the silo, because the temperature will go up. Once the temperature regulation shuts off at a certain number of liters in the silo. Yeah, just to kind of preserve energy. But usually you're running when the temperature is at a certain low level in the silo, so the egg gets processed anyway. So I'd rather just keep running and like have all the product processed so that we don't have a bacteria problem in the silo or any part of the line. It's just better that all the eggs cleaned up, contained. It's better in a box or stored safely in a silo under controlled temperature conditions when it's not being processed. Anywhere else, like the floor or going down a drain, really isn't a economically smart move. There have been incidents where egg has just gone right straight down the drain because of a faulty valve or something in the piping. Yeah. Yeah, egg is just really expensive, highly valuable. More product we can process from a lot of egg, like LOT, the data that was pasteurized and all that. Yeah, it's just easier if it's point A, point B. And then we have product for customer orders. Yeah. Just wish it was that streamlined all the time. Usually it goes that way most of the time. Yeah. Turn the line on, get it running. Runs for 2-3 days straight through. The few hiccups, but all the egg gets processed and there's very minimal product waste. Yeah, it's the goal, to just be running nearly constantly in order to process as much egg as possible. There's egg white as well, like albumin, and it's really extremely powdery material, like ingredient. You basically have to wear a respirator or PAPR to process that stuff. I packaged it a couple times just to help get product packaged, but I don't like packaging that stuff. It's just so dusty. Don't mind wearing a PAPR, but if you really can't be wearing like a radio on you while in that room, that packaging room, there's like a vacuum to grab the dust accumulation like above a box, but it's still dusty. Yeah, I like packaging whole egg and yolk far better than egg white, basically. Dried out egg white. That stuff is terrible. And that line only has 8-hour shifts. Well, there have been exceptions recently because of the amount of egg white we've had to dry, but been a couple 12-hour shifts for that staff. It's a totally different department, but still on the human side, like the edible side. Albumin is, like egg white is part of whole egg, yeah, and stuff, but when you have all the components of the egg being packaged, it's not as dusty. So it's still messy, but you don't get that like large plume of dust going into the air and just coating tables and stuff in the packaging room. It's just and the packaging room is a controlled temperate environment. It's rather cool. Yeah, it's like air conditioned kind of thing, so we don't start harboring mold while packaging because of excess moisture. There's still a component of moisture in the egg after it's been dried, but it can't exceed 5% moisture, or else it starts harboring bacteria, mold. Yeah, I don't know if I've really ever explained my full-time job, but that happens to be the random topic today. In this WIP Chat anyway. Yeah, it's basically used in like baking products. Yeah, the powdered egg. Yeah, and it's just a more stable, shelf-stable egg ingredient. Yeah, at bakeries and stuff, major bakeries. If you consume Mars bars, yeah, there's a component of egg in those. Not sure if it's whole egg or what that's used for. Yeah, just hope you don't mind getting wet for that full-time job. Yeah, you do interact with water and liquid egg a lot. You have minimal contact with liquid egg, like it's kind of controlled transfer and all that, but it may occasionally get some egg on your hands or in certain situations, but you're not going to be swimming in it by any means. It's minimal contact, so that's good. But yeah, water, get soaked by hose or whatever, or sanitizer. While you're doing sanitation, the lines. Yeah, it's quite a bit of 310 in this, but yeah, it just seems spread out to an extent. Yeah, you can kind of see the 310 outlining, so you kind of get that stained glass effect, hence calling it stained glass kernel. Yeah, it just had that stained glass look when I seen it. That's what I'll just keep calling it as we go through, as I work on this, so. Yeah, there's a nice block of W's along the right hand side here. I'll just build up upon here. Yeah, so basically I'm see eggs almost every day. There's just always some mention about eggs nearly daily with me. Like my part-time, I crack open shelled eggs, like dozens of them. At work I deal with liquid egg, like my full-time liquid egg. Yeah, it just, egg is constantly mentioned. It's just no escape. am I going to hear about ag today? Basically that text from my supervisor at my full time. Hey, sorry to text you so early. I didn't catch the text, it was too late, but somebody else went in and said, snooze you lose kind of scenario there, but I would have been up at 5:30 if I were to be working today, but 5:30 in the morning, but hiccups now, great. Nope, I slept in a bit. I usually sleep until 8 on my days off, but last couple days, yeah, I've just kind of dozed off extra. Mom's calling down in the basement. Jeffy, get up. Don't wanna. But yeah, kind of really torches the day away if just slept in any longer. Just mornings just fly by, and then afternoons just seem to hit fast forward lately too. So yeah, I got up eventually. Shortly after that, I just heard people in the kitchen, so I was just have to eat breakfast and all that, but yeah, I'll just wait till the kitchen kind of clears it for the time being, so I just stayed in bed a little bit longer. It's all three of us are in the house, so it's just yeah, just chill. Axel was meowing profusely this morning for some reason. Meow. He's just crying at the top of the basement stairs. My dad probably went out to the addition here where I am now or something. Left for a couple minutes and the cat just wasn't having it. It's very vocal at night. As soon as my mom goes to bed, and starts meowing in the hall. Various times you go and try to pick him up or chase him, and then he sticks with you for a minute or two, and then meanders back into the hall and just starts meowing again. It's just we were watching Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, my dad and I, and Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, they started last night, the new season, so watching those, and the whole time the cat was just doing a singing routine or some hallway concert. Every night it seems he does that, but you pay attention to him and then he just runs away or just gets his claws out and wants to smack you or something. It's what do you want, dude? It's seriously. Oh, yeah, that's good. Holy cow. These half hours just go really quick. Oh, it's all good. No worries. It's just easier for me to produce WIP chats in the half-hour format than, yeah. Probably just do another one. I've had lunch and all that already, so. Anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I put the main website links for Conqueror and Pacer, just two fitness incentive kind of apps. Yeah, just for me to stay physically active kind of thing. Yeah. I'm not affiliated or partnered with Conqueror or Pacer, so the website links that I provide are just for information purposes only. Basically, virtual distance challenges, either real world locations or something like Tomb Raider, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, I think is one. Harry Potter, I think is a recent addition. I get really annoyed when they keep advertising the Harry Potter stuff. It's annoying. It's like, yeah. But anyway, you complete a certain distance, either in miles or kilometers. They do both units. And once you complete it, you verify your mailing address and a medal gets delivered to you, or you can digitally collect badges on your I think it's Pacer, where you can do the digital certificate and badge option. I think Conqueror, they have badges too. I just get the medals and digital start code, digital activation code. All that gets emailed to you, etc., etc. But yeah, once you complete a challenge by putting your distances in over a period of time, yeah, you get a medal, physical, actual crafted medal delivered to your address, if you choose that option. Anyway, any updates regarding Echoes of Color will be posted here on YouTube. I do start photos, quick section, completion, update photos, which I kind of flibbed on the other day for the first section here. But you get the idea of what I kind of described. The section, the diamond painting company, the artist. I just say Temu for this at the moment. Yeah. And I'll do a finished photo at the end. Yeah. There probably won't be a kit down for this kit because it's already like baggies, so. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a kit up for the Dreamer Designs, the Colors of Life canvas, because some people are looking for that. So, but anyway, take care. All the best with your crafting endeavors, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.